All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll run with White. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now the rookie from Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
No, check. Patriot!
Now a toss play. This is White. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll try the air now with Larletta. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's White. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Larletta from the 50. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now White. And pass past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
First carry for Chris Ivory. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back.
Touchdown, Giants! O.J. Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Target.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try to apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. To throw is Watson. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Watson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jordan Evans in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. And the Giants ready to come out now. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On the toss, here's White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Throwing on 3rd down, Mariota. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. We'll check on his status when we get back. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Texans send the punter out, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a carry for White. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. James White, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Marshall now, the return. He juked him, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a first down carry by Jones. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Watson now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Come back, come back.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Looking downfield for that's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this out past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Ball led on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they'll run it here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Marshall now, the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson operating from the gun. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Watson now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Looking downfield for Jones. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too confident.
It got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On 1st down, Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he'll get nothing out of that one.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Detroit!
They stay on the ground with White. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Giants. James White, 78 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. Room here to run. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this for... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And who's got it? The Giants! Holding on to the football, becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Detroit!
They give it to Ivory. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely
a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Watson. And this is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're going for it. It's Watson, and this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now out come the Giants. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you
Foot on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Balaj. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Whenever this one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts, being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Loletta. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. From the 50, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to... This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Watson going to sneak it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Giants on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Lauletta to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Another run. This time it's Ivory. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Detroit! Detroit!
They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. To throw again. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run it with Balaj. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Ivory. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll run here with Balaj. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game, but they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had a share of troubles in this one.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 57 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Watson on the sneak. No signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain. Almost want to go.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Texans cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Toss play to Balaj. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for New York. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football, Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One last throw here for Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Giants, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Houston, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, man, eyes up. Eyes up. Take a look what we got here. Let's remember what we're running here, okay? The offense hasn't seen this all.
You